Hi, everybody, and welcome to Word Affinity, a podcast which has everything to do with words. I'm your host, Sarah Singh Bisht, and today's 3 Minutes of Potter is the part 2 of me diving into the history of the Death Eaters. Last time, I covered Voldemort's time at Hogwarts and the original Death Eaters. Today, I'm going to start with the origins of the group, the First Wizarding War, and the dominance of the Death Eaters. By the way, do you know that Voldemort wasn't as scary before the war? So, before the First Wizarding War, which happened in 1970, Voldemort formed a group he named the Knights of Walpurgis, an organization that included people Voldemort knew from his time at Hogwarts. Most of them were from Slytherin, but there may have been people from Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff, and even other foreign schools like Durmstrang, Ilvermorny, and Beauxbatons. So, at this time in his life, he didn't just kill the first Gryffindor or the first Muggle Studies professor he met. So after this, I guess Voldemort turned moody and emo, so he decided he wanted a darker name. The Knights changed to the Death Eaters and became increasingly restricted in the acceptance of witches and wizards. Members Voldemort deemed to be faithful and useful to him were branded with the Dark Mark. This symbol, a smoky skull with a snake protruding from the mouth, was used to summon his followers at will. Armed with the wrong belief that his hidden Horcruxes granted him immortality, Voldemort started gathering more followers in the hopes of overthrowing the Ministry of Magic. His army was colossal in size, and they outnumbered the Order of the Phoenix. So, after creating his army, what do you think would be the first thing Voldemort would want to do? If your answer was becoming the biggest, most irritating dictator and narcissist to walk on Earth, then you're correct. He started doing the best thing he knew to exert dominance over people, killing and torturing them. Death Eater activity during the First Wizarding War consisted of stealth attacks, espionage, usage of the unforgivable curses on innocent people, and mass killing of witches, wizards, and muggles. The Death Eaters cast the dark mark over every house where they committed murder. This inspired much terror in the wizarding community. People started cowering when they heard the names of Voldemort and his Death Eaters. Voldemort inspired so much fear that witches and wizards started calling him you-know-who, he who must not be named, or the Dark Lord instead of his taken name. However, the Death Eaters still received opposition from one side. The Order of the Phoenix, founded by Dumbledore and the Ministry, retaliated against the horrible, heinous crimes committed by the Death Eaters and kept them on their toes. The Order at that time was spearheaded by the head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. So, that was all for today. I will start with the 13 years of total chaos, terror that succeeded the First Wizarding War in the next episode. So, if you like this podcast, make sure to rate, review, and follow us. If you're listening on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.